Hairstylist here with the 2016 Cruise Educator Spotlight. And here we have today, is it Nick or Nikki that you prefer?
So I prefer Nick, but anyone can call me anything. A lot of family and friends call me Nikki still too, so anything works.
Yeah, so perfect, Nick. So then we want to find out a little bit about how you got started in the industry and how your passion came to life, and how you really want to make a change in other people's lives.
So you want me to go all the way back to when I first started?
Well, it's only a couple of years, 2-3 years. Yeah.
So I've been in business about 28 years, and when I got started, I was just a young kid that liked to party a lot and had fun. But I started in the beauty industry and nails, and then I kind of launched into it that way. I went to college at the same time for psychology and communications, and then I started working in a very nice salon. I learned a lot of things in that salon, learned what not to do, what things to do, so I had a great education there. And then I just started moving into opening my own bridal business, and I traveled and did a lot of on-location bridal business as well. So once that kind of got started, we decided to open a salon, and that was 18 years ago. And I opened Statements the Salon, the first one ever, and from there we grew. It was just me. And it was, who else? It was maybe me, and I think my dad and my mom helped me out a little bit. We're now at about 50 employees, and we have an academy as well called Statements the Academy. And I've just recently launched my latest venture. It's an online business, and it's called Statements, the Statements Project. It's an online educational format for business owners and entrepreneurs. And so you can really learn a lot about potentially increasing revenue, productivity in your business. And I like to teach a lot. It's something that I'm super passionate about. So I've moved from stylist, and then all of a sudden maybe more of a mentor, did an apprenticeship program in my business, and then kind of grew from there, have an academy, teach that way. I taught for a lot of different lines, and then all of a sudden now we're teaching online. This is kind of the new way to do things, hence this podcast. And I'm very excited to be a part of that movement.
Wow, that's awesome. You certainly are well-rounded, where most stylists, they think, I'll never get away from being behind the chair. So with the name of your salon, how did you create that, or how did you find that?
The name, the Statements name?
Yes.
That's a really funny story, actually. My sister and I were driving from to Minneapolis, actually, from Nebraska. She lived in Nebraska at the time. And we were just sitting there joking around about what we would name the salon if we opened a salon for the first time, and couldn't come up with anything. We were coming up with a million silly names, laughing and goofing off, and everyone was like, why don't you just name it Salon Nikki or Nick or something like this? And it was never anything that I really wanted to do. But anyway, we were driving by, and there was a billboard, and it said, have you checked your bank statement lately? And that sort of inspired me. Yes. And then I said, hey, do you like the word statements, like making a statement? And she's like, I love it. And we just ran with it. And from there, it was kind of it was inspired in the moment by a billboard.
Yeah, and that's exactly true. I mean, and you do make a statement, because I say, I went online, I checked you out, and to see what you really had to offer. And I think for our 2016 Color Day guests and our 2016 Hairstylist Cruise, anybody who's going on there are going to get so much and then some, because you have such a well-rounded background. You know so much, you've done so much. You're not just somebody who's made some stuff up, read a book and thought, oh, I can teach it. You've actually done everything that you're teaching. I mean, as I say, you have your website, you have your staff, your salon owner. The list goes on and on and on. There's probably so much more to you, Nick, that people even don't know, and that sort of thing.
I'd love to share with you, I think, what kind of inspired the online project, and because I think it really speaks to a lot of things. I think that, first of all, I'd like to say, when I was teaching a lot of seminars, and I would have salon owners come up to me afterwards, and they would be almost near tears. It was very emotional. When people are in business and you put everything you have on the line, it can be so impactful to your life. And so when I had those people come up to me, I wanted to make sure what I had to offer was really real. I didn't want it to be some farce. I don't want to ruin anyone's business. I want to help people's business grow. And so as I've discovered that, and I've worked with these salon owners, what really connected for me was they said, what can you share with me so I can grow my business? I put my whole savings into this business, this whole entire thing, and it's been amazing that I've been able to do that. And when I connected with those salon owners, what ended up happening from that is I connected with them emotionally. And what I realized is when I got in their salons to help them, that I did understand some of the things myself that I experienced myself, some of the failures, some of the real connecting things that had to happen. And I realized what worked and what didn't work. And when I helped them apply it and it worked, it was so amazing. It moved me to see these salon owners experience the best months they've ever had, or to experience personal growth as a leader, or to be able to mentor and hire properly. You know, these things really, really changed what I was doing and what my focus was and what I felt my skill was going to be in doing.
Yeah, perfect. And who would be, so if somebody is thinking about taking one or all of your classes, who would be the perfect student to be in your class?
I think the perfect student would be anyone that has business on the brain. Anyone that wants to think about having a business, owning a salon, leading people, or anyone that's already a salon owner that wants to continue to experience growth. You know, we are at this point now in our salon up to 50 employees, and we've hit about $3 million gross revenue. And I'm sharing that number because I'm very open with numbers. And we have grown to this point not because we've been lucky, but because we've worked so hard at it. And we've had tons of failures along the way, but tons of amazing successes along the way too. And we have 50 employees that aren't just here, that come and go. We've had people stay with us, you know, for the whole entire time we've been open. And so I feel like creating that kind of longevity for a team. You know, I want my team to be with me until we retire.
Oh yeah,
That's how we're doing this, you know. And so to me, those kind of people are the best people for the best audience for me. I can help those people. I think I have a very specific skill because I come from the standpoint of a stylist. I have that background information of maybe, you know, understand what it's like to work still behind the chair, because I still do that. And then I also have that ability to be a salon owner as well.
Would it still be good for somebody that's in a salon suite as well, or even if they're, you know, even just behind the chair, but they're right now they're just working for someone, but they know they want something more for themselves eventually? Can you help them as far as how to increase their revenue, how to, you know, just upgrade, just in general, in the business sense, or just to be a better stylist in general?
Yes. So my specific skill, in my opinion, is I think has been honed and developed to helping people make more money. And that's kind of what I feel is what I'm really good at. I've helped my stylists transition and to build some stylists behind the chair here at our business, grow their income to $120,000, $130,000, $150,000 per year behind the chair. Now, I know there's some stylists out there that make a lot more than that live in New York City, that, you know, charge $1,000 per client. There are those clients. But those might not be the people that are my audience. I think the people that are my audience are the stylists that want to make more money behind the chair. Right now, they're making anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000, and they want to double it or triple it to get to that $100,000 number, that $150,000 number. I think some specifics that you need to do is you need to look at your consultation skill and what that's doing for you, and how you can capitalize on those clientele, how you can build more revenue from that. Also, I think one of the things that I would recommend is that you look at, so potentially even in that, create maintenance timelines, frequency of visits. How often is a guest visiting you? You can double or triple your income by doing that. Also, getting price increases and how to raise those prices properly, and how to do it in a professional way, but yet at the same time knowing the law of supply and demand and the economics behind that type of relationship, and how that can maximize you. Considering we sell a service, it's not the same thing as a good. You know, I think it's very easy to sell a good when you say, here's a bottle of Coca-Cola, it's worth, you know, $4 because it's, you know, in New York it's worth $8 or whatever.
That's right, exactly. I mean, and you can get people's heads spinning. They think, oh, there's so much information I need to know and stuff like that. But we're going to talk about Color Day for a moment here. So you're teaching on Color Day with us, and the 2016 Hairstylist Cruise is so excited you're on board. Believe me, we're high-fiving, you know, and I know a lot of people are excited, and your classes are filling fast. What on Color Day, so if someone takes your color class or your class on Color Day, what's the breakdown of what you're going to give them that day?
So I believe that class, you know, Vicki and I have been throwing around a bunch of ideas, but whatever the class is going to end up being, it's going to be a class about how to generate more revenue. And the class that we've been talking about is the 20 ways that a salon owner can increase profit margin immediately. Meaning this year, right now, what you can do, the steps right then and there. And so I'm hoping to create this kind of powerful impact for you guys on this cruise because we have such a short amount of time. You're with your family, your friends. You want to party and live it up a little bit. And so I want to take the time that I have with you guys and just give you as much as I can about that. So I'm going to try to run down those ideas right away about increasing those things and increasing those numbers and that income for you from a salon owner perspective and a stylist perspective, because in my mind, I have a two-sided heart. I have the heart that's a stylist and I have the heart that's a salon owner. And I want to be able to make sure both sides are taken care of. I don't favor one side or the other. I want both sides to make money. And that's really, really important to me. So in anything that I teach, I always try to teach, if I'm going to teach you how to make more money as a salon owner, how's a stylist going to make more money out of that as well? How do we benefit both sides?
Yeah, amazing, amazing. And I know the people that, are going to Color Day, but they can't come on the cruise, they're going to get such benefit from the information that you're giving. So for the ones that are going on the cruise, they get an extra double bonus, because obviously you're teaching more than one class on the cruise, and you're going to break it down, and you have 7 different areas, and you have all different things that you're going to be teaching. Give us a little taste of it. So if they sign up for your class, and whoever doesn't, you should, what a little taste of what they're going to get on the ship, sort of thing.
So if you guys join the Hairstyles Cruise 2016, they're doing so many, Vicki and Brad and everyone that's working this cruise has done such an amazing job posting on the regular, giving you guys such great information and feedback to know what's happening on this cruise. But so I'm going to be focusing on 5 different classes, and some of them are, one of them is going to be called Stylist, Learn the Strategies to Earn $150,000 Behind the Chair. This one is going to be targeted towards stylists and how to immediately go back and increase your revenue and the steps in order to get there. The other way is going to be how to find the salon that's right fit for you. I mean, so many times I find that stylists are jumping from salon to salon to salon. It's not necessarily that it's, whose fault is that? Whose reason is that? Why does that happen? We want to make sure we solidify the right thing. So we want to talk about the hiring process and how to go to a job interview and do an amazing job at it, nail it, and ask the right questions. As a stylist or a new stylist or a student coming into a salon, what can you do for me as a salon owner? And then that class can really help salon owners, because maybe that salon owner can know what stylists would be looking for, and then you guys can try to find the right fit so that it's all really a perfect fit. You can stay there and grow for 20 years. That's another class. The other class is that 20 ways to increase your profit margin. And then the other one is how to reach your first $1 million as a salon owner. If you're making $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 gross revenue per year, can you hit the $1 million, and how do you get there? What does it take really to get to that number? And I'd like to even talk about how to hit $2 million or even $3 million. And then also understand the difference between booth rental and commission-based salons. I think in our business right now, every state has different things. There is so much of this, booth rental's growing and it's getting more popular, but if not done well, it can be very detrimental to a business, and that's not meant for every stylist, Some stylists really do need to be in commission-based salons, and if you are in a commission-based salon, what makes a very successful commission-based salon happen? And so I want to talk about all that information with you guys and really share a lot of that and what I've had the opportunity to learn, because I'm not taking it just for my own business, but I've had the opportunity to mentor under a lot of other business owners as well that have a lot of different other business models. And because I do a lot of consulting, I have a lot of information to share that I've gathered from all of these different examples. I'm actually writing a book soon, and this part of the book is that where I'm going to be putting together case studies. So I actually have physical case studies of real salons that I'm documenting and tracking their numbers, and I'm creating realistic growth numbers and strategies for them, and so we can see what things work and what things don't, and I'm hoping to share all of that with you guys maybe next year with the case studies. But for this cruise, I'm sharing a lot of that information with you guys.
Wow, this has been so amazing, Nik. It's like, even though we haven't even taken your class, even in this interview, I've already learned so much. You're a person who just gives and gives and gives. And to be truly selfless and to be able to just share your heart, share your stuff, where a lot of people I know in the industry, especially our industry, they want to take, but they don't necessarily want to give. And I think for myself, because I've been in the industry like you have for a few years, that if we don't share what we know and we don't pass on our legacy, and we don't allow new stylists or even older stylists who've been in it 20 plus years, there's always more that we can learn. We can always grow. And who doesn't want to make their first million, first 100,000, first 200,000, being in a chair, and I think a lot of people really want to know the difference between booth rental, or as I say, just being on commission, what it is to work, hourly, what it is to rent, what it is to things, and what implications that is for each, and is that the best choice for each stylist? Because I know, number one, your classes are going to sell out if they haven't already, and I know people better sign up, and I know we say this, and you hear it over and over, sign up now, but for us, once these classes are filled, there's no more spots. So if we tell you now to sign up and you don't, then that's, we're sorry. We're sorry, but it's been great talking with you, Nik. There's so much information. I'm sure that when you're on the cruise, you're open to Q&A, and if people want to come up to you and have extra questions and stuff. So in the meantime, where should they go to find out a little bit more about you?
So if you can't wait for the cruise, or maybe you're not able to go on the cruise, or you just want to get a head start, you can actually find me online at thestatementsproject.com, and it's a website. It's the educational platform. Get online and just shoot me an email. Take a look at some of the courses. We're actually revamping the course, and we're going to be focusing it and make it a little bit more laser focused for everybody. Instead of having all this type of information, we want to just laser focus it down so that you know exactly what to target in your salon. I teach from a perspective of 7 zones of your salon, and so I want to make sure I categorize that very, very easily for everybody. So just find me online at the Statements Project, and you can also just connect with me via email. I'm totally available. I want to give back, Brad, so much. This is literally my passion to do this, and so you can connect with me on email at nick@thestatementsproject.com. Totally am cool with connecting with you. I will connect with you. Also on Instagram, if you want to find me on Instagram as well. My Instagram address is at Nik Trowbridge, Niktrowbridge. Bridge. Send me a message through there as well. Ask me anything you like. I will definitely take the time. I like to stay up late at night and send messages back and forth. So I'll answer any questions. So if you just have a question for me, if you just want to, get a head start on anything, I'm happy to share any of that for you.
Awesome. Certainly a beautiful and wonderful soul, and we're so privileged to have you for Color Day and on the 2016 Hairstylist Cruise. I thank you so much, Nik, and I look so forward to seeing you on the cruise, and I can't wait to connect in person.
I'm so privileged to be on this cruise. Honestly, I'm so excited. I can't even tell you that I get to go on this cruise and I get to see the lineup of educators that you guys have put together. It is freaking brilliant, these people that you have put together. And these people, these educators, I think we need to add in there, are all doing this pro bono. They're coming on this cruise and they're giving of themselves and they're teaching. And I'm hoping that just my small bit of business, acumen maybe can help enhance all of those skills that you're going to learn from those brilliant artists and make some serious money and just succeed and do amazing things in this world and create a lot of beauty. Thanks.
Awesome. Hey, I hope you're glad you enjoyed today's special guest. This is B-Rad, your host for the 2016 Hairstylist Cruise Educator Spotlight. You can join me on Periscope at Brad Does Hair for more cruise news every week, and you can also go online to www.hairstylistcruise.com for more information, and we'll see you on the seas.